Welcome everyone to the Energy Catalyst South Africa briefing and brokerage event. I think everyone would agree that the world is currently in the middle of an energy crisis. It is expected that by 2030, 650 million people will still be without access to electricity. In addition to this, we are all working towards efforts to the Energy Catalyst South Africa briefing and brokerage event. I think everyone would agree that the world is currently... Okay, let's try that again. I think everyone would agree that the world is in the beginning of an energy crisis. It is expected that by 2030, 650 million people will be without access to electricity. In addition to this, we're all working in efforts to reduce the rise in global warming temperatures by 1.5 degrees Celsius. We have skyrocketing prices with fuel, and governments around the world working towards energy security. So I think you'd agree when I say this is a pivotal time for energy transition. I am Marissa Naidu, and I'm the Knowledge Transfer Manager for the Global Alliance Africa project, one of many projects delivered by Innovate UK KTN. And today we're going to have an in-depth discussion around energy and what we can do to move forward some of our energy transition discussions. So before we get into everything, I'm just going to give a little bit of announcements. So this is a hybrid event. There's people in the room with me today, and there's also people online. So we also have a mix of speakers that will be joining us virtually and some recordings for those that weren't able to join us today. There will be Q&A sessions after each of the speakers that are here. If you have any questions related to the Energy Catalyst, I ask that if you're joining us virtually to please pop it into our chat, and Tara, who's my colleague, will address your questions. If you're in the room today and you have any questions related to Energy Catalyst, please use our networking and lunching time to contact me and how we can assist you in moving forward with your applications. So before we go into everything, I'm just going to go over the agenda. I will give you a brief overview of what Innovate UK KTN is. Before we go into our overview of the Energy Catalyst, that's going to be done over recording by Amy Flynn. We then are privileged to be joined by the Deputy Director for Hydrogen and Energy from the Department of Science and Innovation, who will speak to us about innovation for energy security in South Africa. And then I'll walk you through what making a good application looks like before we're joined by Elijah from the Technology Innovation Agency, who will talk to us about their role in the energy sector. I will then introduce our B2Match platform, which is excellent for networking from the UK to South Africa and global partners. Before we look at a case study from a successful applicant from our previous rounds of Energy Catalysts, and then we dive into some of our pitches who are here today from the Innovation Hub. We will have a brief break in between at around 11:15. Very small break so we can stretch our legs, use the bathrooms, and get energized again. So without wasting too much of time, I'm going to go into Innovate UK and who we are. So Innovate UK KTN is the networking arm of the Innovation Agency of the UK. Our core purpose is to connect our partners to new opportunities and to connect our innovators to new opportunities and new partners. We do this by utilizing our three strengths, which is our deep expertise. We have over 20 sector expertise, which is continuously widening. We have powerful connections. Currently, our connections and networking are 46,000 and continuously growing. And we use our ability to future shape innovation in communities. Above all, we put positive change to create a diverse and positive impact. And that is our mission for the next few years. As I spoke about, we have deep sector expertise across 20 key economic sectors, and these are cross-cutting across some of the programs. These sectors and programs are continuously expanding as Innovate UK KTN is now expanding globally. We have a network, as I said, it's now over 46,000 unique organizations, and we operate not just in the UK, but with over 30 countries. Our reach, as you can see, is not just the UK. We have European programs, global and European programs, and global programs. South Africa, I'm very proud to say, is a part of both global and European programs, and we are continuously expanding. Our Global Alliance program is what drives international collaborations and works with governments and societies at every corner of the globe. And this brings me to our Global Alliance Africa project. Our Global Alliance Africa project is a 6-year project that is running until March 2025. It's a project that is partnered with the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, also known as FCDO, and also funded through UK aid to Innovate UK KTN. And what it is it exists to connect and collaborate and enhance innovation between Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, and the UK. We've been operating through these countries for the past 2 years, and we've been developing some of our interventions, which I'll discuss with you now. So, in building these UK and Africa partnerships, we've worked towards local and to global access to funding and connected innovation. In our open innovation, our core focus is to connect people with problems to people with solutions. Corporates often don't interact with entrepreneurs who have the solutions to some of the problems that they're looking at and cannot find the solutions, and that's what open innovation aims to do. We then have place-based innovation, which focuses on a specific place in each of the 3 countries and utilizing township economies and how we can benefit, how we can enhance innovation at that stage. We have access to funding, which focuses on collaborative research and development funding, which is exactly what we're doing here, bringing some of the funding opportunities that exist in the UK right to South Africa. We're then also working at strengthening the investment pipeline. And our last and newest intervention has been global innovation networks. And what we're aiming to do is focus on key sectors between the 3 countries and knowledge sharings between the 3 sector focus areas. This is the lovely group behind all the hard work. So we're not just robotic people, we're actual people. Some of them are based in the UK, in Nigeria, Kenya, and myself in South Africa. And we're here to help you however we can to enhance innovation. So if you have any questions at all, please get in contact with me if it's about the Global Alliance Africa program and how you can be more involved. If you're joining us virtually, you can pop a message into the chat, and Tara will share your information. So now we've come to the stage where everyone wants to know why they're here. What is this Energy Catalyst all about, and how can you be a part of it? Amy Flynn unfortunately couldn't join us today, and she is the Impact and Performance Manager from Innovate UK. So she's going to walk us through the overview of the Energy Catalyst, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Amy Flynn, and I'm here today to talk to you about Innovate UK and the Energy Catalyst. So Innovate UK is part of UK Research and Innovation, and we work with the government to invest over £7 billion a year in research and innovation by partnering with academia and industry to make the impossible possible. Through the UK's 9 leading academic and industrial funding councils, we create knowledge with impact. And as you can see, Innovate UK sits within UKRI. So Innovate UK aims to do 3 things. They aim to inspire, So we want to provide thought leadership on business-led innovation, state-of-the-art and focus areas, while also contributing to the government's innovation strategy. We want to invest. We want to explore the potential of a new area, provide the opportunity to develop new products, processes or services, and accelerate the process of going from idea to market. And we want to get people involved. We want to find potential collaborators with relevant expertise. We want to provide access to equipment and facilities. We also have a regional presence through the Innovate UK KTN, the Innovate UK Edge, and also the Catapult network. So at Innovate UK, this is our core activity. We cover things from our managed programs through to the ISCF competitions, innovation loans, investor partnerships, and more sector-specific responsive areas. We also have innovation and growth advisors through Innovate UK Edge. But the most important thing to highlight is the key outcomes of 2020 to 2021. So there were 1,500 products and services launched, £3 million worth of follow-on investment, and 2,500 jobs created over the next 3 years. So now I will give an overview of the Energy Catalyst. The Energy Catalyst accelerates the innovation needed to end energy poverty. Through financial and advisory support and by building strategic partnerships and uncovering new insights, Energy Catalyst helps bring to market technologies and business models that can improve lives in Africa and Asia. Energy Catalyst is a springboard for innovators to de-risk, accelerate and demonstrate their solutions for ending energy poverty. So what is the energy access challenge that Energy Catalyst is trying to resolve? Around 789 million people still lacked access to electricity in 2018. And without sustained efforts, 650 million people will still be left without access to electricity in 2030. It's estimated that poor electricity access is costing Africa 2% point reduction of gross domestic product growth each year, and the vast majority, so around 80% of those gaining access to electricity worldwide are in urban areas. And this represents a major opportunity for decentralized and smart energy systems, while also needing to limit global warming below 0.5% rise. So here are the core values of the Energy Catalyst. So firstly, we want to accelerate solutions through financial and advisory support, providing that springboard for innovators to de-risk, demonstrate and deploy solutions. We want to build networks, so support catalyzes strategic partnerships and connections across the energy access ecosystem to help commercialize new technologies and business models. We want to unlock impact, so the support aims to help innovators pioneer new ways to improve lives in Africa and Asia and create economic opportunities. And we want knowledge to be shared. By uncovering new insights from testing and demonstrating innovation, Energy Catalyst contributes knowledge, case studies and lessons learned, which benefit the wider energy access ecosystem. So how do we do this? Well, there are 3 main activities to the programme. First up is collaboration. We get partners from across the world together who have the needed expertise to develop an innovation for market. We have a competition, so we run open funding calls to provide grants for innovative solutions. And we have accelerations. Those who are awarded funding are also put into our accelerator programme to make sure the organisation, no matter where in the world they are based, are commercially ready as well as technologically ready for market. Here we can see some of the statistics on the success of the Energy Catalyst competitions. As you can see, it is a little bit competitive with just over a quarter of eligible applications receiving funding in round 7, but please do not be deterred as over half are above the 70% scoring threshold. So I just want to go through a bit of the impact to date. So the Energy Catalyst has supported 183 energy access relevant projects to date. This comprises of over 350 unique organisations across a wide range of energy access technologies and themes, and has targeted at least 34 countries in sub-Saharan Africa and South and Southeast Asia. This slide shows an overview of the technology areas we focus on. It comes as no surprise that since we fund clean energy technologies and business models, that the main technologies represented are renewables and energy storage. Where do we fund? This map shows where projects funded under Energy Catalyst have focused. As you can see, A large proportion of projects have been funded in South and Southeast African and Southeast Asian countries. There are, however, over 50 projects which are not represented here. In order to not misrepresent the data, these are projects, typically early stage, that are working to refine the target country or region or have applied to considering multiple countries or regions. Alongside the stats previously mentioned, it's worth noting that the Energy Catalyst Fund from Energy Catalyst funding, 174,000 people have been impacted by the 360 plus projects funded. There's also been around 165 new pieces of technology prototyped, with 127 new patents and £4 million worth of sales. The impact, as you can see, is quite impressive. And this slide shows a bit more of the impact that the Energy Catalyst Accelerator Programme has had through both noteworthy articles and fundraising activities. So what does the scope and eligibility look like for Energy Catalyst Round 9? So first, a bit of context. So the Ayrton Fund is a £1 billion fund over 5 years to tackle climate change. It's split between the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office and the Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, so FCDO and BEIS. And the objectives are to provide affordable access to electricity for those off-grid, to provide innovative solar solutions, to enhance large-scale battery technology to replace polluting diesel generators, clean cook stoves, reducing carbon output from industry, improving technology behind cooling systems, and designing low-emission and electric vehicles. Funding is also provided, so as you can see, funding is provided through FCDO and BEIS, and the contributions are counted as part of the UK's Ayrton Fund commitment as previously shown. So there's up to £20 million currently available, and this also provides funding towards the Energy Catalyst Accelerator. And both of these provide funds to a variety of technology-specific priorities. There's also the UK aid budget, which comes into place, so official development assistance, and ODA refers to an aid intended to promote the economic development and welfare of developing countries. Such assistance must be reported to the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD. So the UK currently allocates 0.5% of GNI for the ODA. So here's an overview of Round 9. The aim of this competition is to accelerate the innovations needed to create new or improved clean energy access in Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, or the Indo-Pacific regions. This will create a just and inclusive energy transition and extend the benefits of clean energy to all to meet Sustainable Development Goals 7, affordable and clean energy, and 13, which is climate action. So, transforming energy access. This aims to speed up access to affordable clean energy services for poor households, enterprises, and social institutions in Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, or the Indo-Pacific region. It must do this by supporting the development, testing, or scale-up of innovative technologies or business models, and must have a clear social or economic benefit to those regions. Clean energy access is also key, with organisations needing to have a business model which addresses 3 key metrics: affordable, reliable, and low carbon. Business models which do not meet all 3 will not be assessed. And gender equality and social inclusion is also something to consider. For example, you'll have to be able to identify the main beneficiaries of the project, describe how you'll mitigate any negative effects, and provide a plan addressing both gender and social inclusion during the life of your project, and outline how your project will encourage equality. So the FCDO are prioritising their £10 million on projects focused in those Ayrton challenges. So just to touch on those again, these are next generation solar technologies and business models, smart green grids, including mini and main grid related technologies, energy storage, including batteries and mechanical storage, low carbon hydrogen, modern cooking, low energy inclusive appliances, the need to leave no one behind, specifically technologies and business models, targeting poor or marginalized groups or fragile contexts, and sustainable cooling. So what is the eligibility of round 9? So through the ODA and the UK aid budget, projects must demonstrate that there's a clear economic and social benefit to one or more of the targeted countries. The primary beneficiary must be one of these ODA eligible countries. The UK can be a secondary beneficiary. And if you don't prove ODA eligibility, we won't send it for assessment. So here are the ODA eligible countries. I'll let you take a quick look over these. I appreciate there are quite a lot. So round 9 is split into 3 stages. We have early stage, which is focused more on feasibility studies with a slightly smaller budget of £50,000 to £300,000 and a duration of 6 to 12 months. Within the early stage, UK SMEs can make a sole or joint applications. However, we really do encourage international partners at this stage. And applications must be led by an SME, academic or research and technology organisation. And there's a maximum 50% research participation in alignment with that. And the next stage is mid-stage, which looks more at industrial research. And this has a budget of 50 to 1.5 million pounds, so £50,000 to £1.5 million, and a duration of 12 to 24 months. This must be collaborative and must be led by a business, and some work must be done in one of the ODA countries. And partnering with an international entity in country is required. Similarly, late stage is experimental development, which is £50,000 to £5 million, and a duration of 12 to 36 months. Again, the late stage must be collaborative, must be led by a business, and must have some work, so testing or demonstration, done in one of the ODA countries. And partnering with an international entity in country is required. So the types of organisations that we fund. So for businesses, we fund small or micro, medium or large research organisations, universities, not-for-profit RTOs, or so research and technology organisations, including catapults, public sector research establishments, and research council institutes. We also fund public sector organisations and charities doing research activities. So you must involve at least one micro, small or medium-sized enterprise in the project. And if you are 100% owned by a large parent company, as a small subsidiary, this means you are classed as a large company and will only be entitled to the relevant grant. So that's something to consider. So there are 2 types of leads within the Energy Catalyst. First up is the admin lead. The admin lead will be the recipient of the award and will distribute funding to the international partners through a hub and spoke model. So they will receive the funding from us and distribute it out to all the different partners, including potential other UK partners. And they will also manage and be accountable for the finances for the project in accordance with the terms and conditions of the award. The admin lead must be UK based and they must claim funding through this competition. So for early stage, they can be a UK SME, academic or RTO, but for mid and late stages, they can be a UK business only. The technical lead, however, will lead on the development of the work, of the scope, work packages within the project and other work from a technical perspective. The technical lead can be from anywhere in the world, and they can be a micro, small or medium-sized enterprise, academic or RTO. They must claim funding through this competition, and UK companies can be both the administrative and technical leads. Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier, but it doesn't have to be the way. And again, there's an overview of the criteria. So in terms of collaboration, all projects must have at least 2 organisations claiming grant within the application, other than early stage. And the UK admin lead can count as one of the collaborators if they are involved in the project beyond an administrative role. We also allow resubmission. So if you have applied into Energy Catalyst before, you are allowed to resubmit your previous application into round 9. So there's also a couple of other additional requirements for the Energy Catalyst. So the Energy Catalyst Accelerator, each project is enrolled into this, which is currently delivered through the Carbon Trust. The accelerator provides one-to-one support to primarily the technology lead, but a cohort support is also offered to all project partners. And it's provided via an MFA with the declaration required at the start of the project. And also we have reporting and monitoring. So each project will be allocated a monitoring officer, commonly known as an MO, who they will meet with quarterly. You'll be required to capture additional key performance indicators and also be required to complete a post-project evaluation report 1 and 2 years after completion. So that's everything from me today. Thank you for listening. If you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch either via the email below or via the BetaMatch link, which I have shared with the organisers of the event today. You can ask questions on the BetaMatch website and also